What is going on, guys? This is All Gaming with my review of Bleach chapter 591, and holy crap, that ending right there, that was definitely a shocker, and I do wonder how this situation right here will be handled, because sadly enough, I think it might be time to let Hitsugaya get killed off for good, but because he is like a fan favorite character, I really think that he'll be saved. But the chapter itself, it was pretty good actually. And we start off with this with the beautiful color page. Like we had a few color pages here. Like the first one with like all the characters together, you know, like the ones fighting now. And then we get another color page of all the Arrancar that had been brought back. And that right there was awesome. And you see now that like Yumi, Chika, and Ikaku, they are shocked by what they see. Because obviously, you know, some of them they do recognize. Like Ikaku, I actually forgot that he actually fought Luffy. So right now, you know, right away, he automatically, you know, remembers him. And now we have Yumi Chika, who definitely remembers, you know, Coolhorn, because he already know that they like definitely killed him once. But we have Coolhorn here, who actually, you know, like sees Yumi Chika, and he's like wondering who it is, and like thinking about it for a minute, and then we see now that, you know, that he actually, you know, forgot about him. But I'm pretty sure there is no way he would ever forget the man that actually killed him. But it was hilarious to see how Yumi Chika pretty much lost all of his composure and just got so angry. That right there was hilarious. But I am definitely glad to see that like all these Arrancar that came back, they like still have, you know, their personality. And so now we see that the like one of the former Espada, you know, the one called everybody Nino or Nina. He only came here because he thought he would see Ichigo, and then we have the female Arrancar who actually wanted to get her revenge on Uryu. So these characters, it is awesome that they still have, you know, their personalities, and we see now that even though they have been brought back and they're all, you know, Arrancar, they all really don't get along. And we see now that like Mayuri, he actually had a way to control them, as he had like this detonator in his hand, and we see now that when he presses it, it's like this explosion goes off because he was like getting tired of their small talk. And so at first I thought this right here was like hurting them, because it seemed like explosions, but he was saying that it has no effect on their bodies, but it more affects their minds. So that right there, it was pretty awesome. But now we see that he definitely got the former Espada from the 8th Espada, you know, from his vault, because I remember, you know, those two hanging from there. And so that was awesome. And then we have Coolhorn thinking that like he was safe, and then we have Mayuri, you know, like using that detonator on him as well, and that right there was hilarious. But now we have Gigi. Like she sees now that they're really gonna be a zombie versus zombie battle. So really, you know, she's not that worried, because clearly, you know, she has more than he does. So she's like definitely looking down on the Arrancar, and that right there, you know, it definitely upsets them. So now we have this battle starting, but we have Ikaku and Yumi Chika, you know, like trying to convince Mayuri, you know, not to kill them, because most people are from the 11th division. So obviously they don't want to see their comrades die, even if they are zombies. But right now, you know, Mayuri was saying that this right here is not the right time for that, because these people, they are zombies, and they have turned their blades on the society. So right now they should be taken down, because that right there is honor is, and that right there were like the words of the previous captain commander. So Mayuri is like kind of doing it to like save them and like bring honor to their death, because obviously by them being used like this and by them becoming zombies, that right there is like has no honor at all. But now we have Mr. Nino over here. He was like fighting, but he was like dodging their attacks, and that because he did not want to get their blood on them. And so now we have Luffy, who somehow saw Gigi use Bambi, and when Ikaku got some of her blood on him, he had become a zombie. So they really did not have to hold back, and they can fight all out. And so now we had the like female Arrancar, and she actually, you know, like cut one of the Shinigami in half, and that right there was like pretty epic to say so. But we have Gigi who's really not even worried about what's going on. She's like a 10th Bambi, and we see now that her arm is like actually detached from her body, but Bambi is still alive, and Gigi here actually healed her by like reattaching her arm. But now we have Coolhorn who appeared before them, and now the reason why Coolhorn won't want to fight Gigi is because for some reason Gigi resembles him so much, and now we have her now we have him once again, like getting very pissed off because he's staying in what way, and we just see Bambita. She's now back up and she's attacking, but like Coolhorn here, he was like being pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie, because like Bambi, her powers are definitely awesome, and we saw her, like almost take down, a few Shinigami, but like Coolhorn was like dodging all of her bombs, and he just like touched her face, and now he was like saying that like a little wet behind the ears bitch like you wouldn't even have a chance to like draw your blade, and that right there was like on some boss status, because he just like tossed her right into the building with no problem. And Mayuri thought that like maybe he was trying to hit him with like Bambi, but Coolhorn here said that he was not trying to hit you, that his hand just slipped. But because Bambita is a zombie, she is not going to stay down, and she like charges right back in. But then we see Coolhorn here firing a Zero, and I'm not going to lie, I've always been a fan of the Zero, and I am glad to see one being used in like such a long time. So that right there was like definitely awesome. But now we see that it definitely hit Bambita, but we have no idea the damage that it inflicted on her. But now we have Gigi calling in another zombie, and she actually called it a commander, and we see who it is now, and it's actually Hitsugaya. So now now we know that like Gigi, she had found Hitsugaya body, and she actually made him into a zombie. So it doesn't mean Hitsugaya is dead, because it is different for a Quincy to become a zombie compared to a Shinigami, because Shinigami only had to get her blood on them, but a Quincy has to die. And but I did notice, like look at how dark Hitsugaya's skin is now. So I'm guessing, how powerful that person is when they become a zombie, because Hitsugaya and Bambita, they are definitely some high tier characters. So when they became a zombie, it definitely made sense for their skin to darken like this. But now we see Mayuri, he was saying that he's going to be a pain in the ass. So I do wonder how will he deal with this, because I would imagine that if Mayuri does defeat Gigi, then her powers, should go away, and Hitsugaya, should get back to normal. So I won't say he's dead, but I will say, that like him being a zombie is a pretty big shocker. So because of that, and her overall, I enjoyed the chapter, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But of course, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And as always, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because that really helps me out. And you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.